welcome back. We're on with a bonus episode. If you were here for the last one, we had a special guest with us, Morgan.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, so we decided to have her back for this bonus episode where we talk about a trending topic with Erica Banks. I'm pretty sure everyone heard about this. And it kind of involves, you know, your friendship circle. What does that look like for you? Do you have certain things that you do not want in your friendship circle or that you will accept? And for her, she feels like the way people look, their characteristics are an important factor for her. So you can't be too skinny. You have to be pretty. You can't be boring. It's just certain things that she feels like her friend group should have, and if you do not have that, then you can't sit with her.
You cannot sit with her.
You cannot sit with her. So, ladies, how do you feel? Well, first of all, what does your friendship circle look like? Because I know for me, I'm basically like the UN when it comes to friendships.
She said the UN.
What's the UN? The United Nations.
Oh. I wouldn't correlate those two together. I'm thinking something else. Like, it can't be that.
Oh, it can't be that.
She can't be talking about that. She can't be talking about that.
I am the UN when it comes to friendships, and I say that because I have friends that look like totally different things. They are different ethnic backgrounds. They speak different languages. That's just the type of person I am. I just like people. Sometimes when I like them, I like them. Yes. So if we have the same type of like motivation, if we have the same thought process, like mentally, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for how do you dress? What are you putting on your feet? Like what do you know what I'm saying? Can we go out in the club and have a good time? Like, can you hold your liquor? Like, I'm not looking at that. I'm looking, can we hold a conversation? What can we talk about outside of where we met? So we met at school. Can we hold a conversation outside of school? Can we do things that we both, you know, like to do? Can we hold certain conversations? Do we have the same morals? Do we have the same values? Those are things that I look for when I accept people in my space. I don't just accept anybody. And from her stance, it kind of seems like she will accept anything as long as you look a type of way. And I don't necessarily agree with that.
Same. I don't agree, but I do want to pose a question.
Yes.
Of like, for somebody who has an interest of getting a certain club experience, like they want to make sure they're getting the sections free, they want to make sure they're getting the free drinks, they want to make sure that like their whole night is paid for. When they come, because do you think that when she was saying her list of what you can't have, that was for general friendships, or was that for when I'm going to the club friends? Like, was she separating her friends? Like, I have go out friends and I also have I'm gonna go to lunch with you friends. I thought she said that in the video, but I don't remember because I didn't really watch it fully through. But like,
I didn't watch it fully through either. And to be honest, I'm actually not sure. But I feel like in general,
like, is that wrong though? If she did say she separated her friends?
Okay, so I will say this. She does have a certain status, right? That she has to hold. And she does want to experience certain things, so you have to mold yourself in those types
and the people around you.
And the people around you to kind of have those experiences. But I also feel like in the same like instance, getting to a club, I feel like yes, there are clubs where you can go and they're like, oh, if you don't look a certain way, you can't get in. If you're not doing A or B, you can't get in. And to me, I feel like that's kind of weird.
No,
if
I
that's
agree.
the vibe of the club, then I don't
want to go. Yeah.
Because what you know what I'm saying? What are you judging like a person's look based on? Is it what you feel like
right
is the standard of how a person should look for them to be accepted in this place.
Right.
So, but to answer your question, I really don't know if that was what like where she was going with that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know.
So would you think it would be different if, like, let's say she was like trying to think of like let's say she was a doctor and she like, I only bring my doctor friends to my doctor outings. Like, I only bring my doctor friends who understand the lingo and understand how this environment moves to this environment. Like, would that have been still her like vetting her friends? Like, that's where the problem lies, is like she's vetting her friends versus like she's like, is she picking based on you can be my friend if you're this certain way, or is it more so like I'm vetting you out so you can go into this environment with me because I know this is where you will flourish with me?
I'm gonna be honest. Hopefully this don't sound bogus, cause that's not the way that I mean it. I feel like it's gonna make sense though. So I do have friends of all different backgrounds, but when it comes to, because I have such a plethora and my friends literally vary on all different parts, there are certain friends that I will only bring to certain places. Like, each friend, because I know not just their looks, but because I know their personality, I'll be like, oh yeah, that friend can't go to the club with me. That's not their scene. So I'm going to call up this friend instead. Yeah. Or like, this friend is probably not going to be hyped at this concert with me. So I'm going to call up this friend instead and ask if they want to go to the concert. Or like, this friend is not the right one to just go bowling with, because they don't like just like chill vibes like that. So I'm not going to call you up. I'm going to call up this other friend over there. So to be honest, from that perspective, I do know each one of my friends well enough to know like what each one would actually like to do or wouldn't like to do. So sometimes based off of that, I will, only invite this certain person or only invite that certain person, because I know that you're not going to like that vibe, And
I don't think that's bogus. So, that's like, I think her delivery of almost making the people that she listed like on the thing of who can't go was like less than. Like, that's where I think that the problem was, of like, you can't come if you skinny, you can't, some of you don't have makeup on, you can't come if you, but it's like saying that in terms of like you're less than because you don't have these things, versus like, I just know the friends that I can bring to the club versus the friends that I can go to a study session with. Yeah. Sometimes they coexist, sometimes it's like, I know this is not gonna work. Yeah. But it's not really like I don't feel like you couldn't go here. It's just like, would this be the best environment for you? I don't know. Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest. Again, you try to say not to sound bogus. I'm not trying to sound bogus either. But
we sounding real bogus on this call.
I don't think that that's the way she was thinking. I really think she's a superficial person.
Right, and that's
so
where it goes.
I do not think she was thinking
like how I was thinking.
Oh, they don't want to do this, so I'm not going to invite them this way.
Like personality type. Yeah.
I really do not think she was going at it about personality, the type of person they are. I think she was literally just generalizing, listing people like that she can or cannot hang out with. I do not think it was that she was thinking that deep into okay, this is the group I'm talking about. Yeah. This is the group I'm talking about. Yeah. I really just think that it has to deal with what she said. Yeah. Which is, if you skinny, you cannot hang out with me. I really think that's what it was.
Like we said, personality traits, like, we're mentioning personality traits so like you actually care about that friend and like you have multiple personalities that you live within. With her, I think, like you said, I think it's one type of personality she kind of keep forever. So it's like, I'm gonna keep these artificial friends. Like, that's how I live my life. Like, I live I need to have a look to it, which is, that's a lifestyle she chose. But it's definitely like this is not you choosing between like, oh, choose this group or this group. It's like, this is my group that does everything with me because we all have this same mindset. So I do agree with that.
Yeah, I can agree to a certain extent that you do need a certain type of best friend look. when you're on a certain level on a certain platform, only because when I look at like the celebrities now that started with like a best friend, like, okay, for example, Kylie Jenner and Jordan Woods. They both started at a very small level. Like pre-Kylie, before she did all of her alterations and stuff, like Miss Ma'am looked very regular. So it's like, you know, she probably didn't feel like a need to have like Jordan leveled up and all that stuff. But I'm sure there came like a point in their friendship where, you know, things probably got rocky between them sometimes at times because they're trying to stay on the same level. Like Kylie's like, okay, I've upped my looks. So Jordan, when we come out together, you got to make sure, you know, Kylie was probably making sure she hooked her up with the best makeup artist she knew, hooked her up with the best, you know, clothes people she knew, because she like, okay, like, I don't look like that anymore. I didn't made myself look better, so now you have to look up to par when you're standing next to me, because whatever I represent standing next to me got to make sense.
And sometimes when your look and like your appeal is what gets you paid, that you care about that more. You know, like, we're not getting paid to hang out with our friends, we're just hanging out with them. So it's like, okay, I don't really care. We all coming in here busted. Like, we all coming in here looking like whatever. But like, if you're gonna record, like, a girl's night, now I gotta put some makeup on. Now I gotta, so I do think that, like, that is just a sad truth about celebrities, of just having to, like, fit a look and a build all the time. Because, like, you're getting paid for people to want to live your life, basically. So it's like, it's hard.
But I feel like for certain things, certain situations are like, you should know. So I don't think it depends on a person's physical look. But like, for instance, if you're going out in a space and you know you need to be dressed up, have friends that have common sense to know if we going somewhere, put some real clothes on.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
It does not boil down to you big, so you can't go with me in this space, because you gotta have a certain look.
Like, I can't dress up.
If you dress up and do what you need to do, you can still be with me in that space. Just don't dress how you would dress if we go into the movies. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's more about common sense and having friends around you that also have the same thing. Common sense. Because you can go in different spaces and be in different spaces, and you can have those friends around. That don't mean you have to exclude certain friends because you're in certain spaces. Now, when it comes down to, as you said, personality traits, and maybe they don't want to go bowling, those are normal things. Because not everybody wants to do the same thing.
Agreed.
You do have friends like me. Don't ask me to go bowling, because one, I can't bowl, and two, I don't like it.
She really
no. You're not like, usually my nails are long. This is a bad day, but usually I have long nails, so bowling not for me.
I cannot bowl. Really I hate bowling.
It's really bad.
With the
That's hilarious.
Like, I hate it.
We've gone a lot. It's really
I hate it.
Talk about, we tried it multiple times to make sure.
So if I find out that you went bowling and you didn't ask me, I'm not gonna go die. Because I do not care. So on those instances, that's normal to me. But when you go the extra mile to say, because the way this person looks, I cannot associate with them in this setting.
Like, I'm embarrassed of them.
That's
when it's,
that's wild to me. Now, in your instance with the Jordan and Kylie, Jordan should have common sense to say, well, my friend, she a Kardashian, so if we go out, then I need to make sure I look my best dress, because I'm gonna be photographed
every second.
You're right.
Really.
That to me
is common sense.
Having that sit down talking, like, listen, it is what it like. Yeah, that's true.
Kind of on the same lines, but kind of not on the same lines. I feel like men look at groups of women, and when they look at groups of women, they always want to talk to the prettiest girl. So is it wrong for women to want to only hang out around other pretty girls so that they have a better chance of men wanting to talk to all of them?
For me, I don't care, because I don't need every man to talk to me. Because
I'm saying for the women that really be like, oh, I want a man, like,
but I feel
like, does that hurt your chances of finding a man?
Most times a man isn't gonna go to like the highest ranking in the group. Like, I feel like she usually is not gonna be the person you approach, because she kind of like, dang, everybody probably approached her, like, you know, like in their head. So I put that second and third probably like the sweet spot for them. But I do think when it comes to what you want your experience to be, I've seen like girls will pick girls that will be able, and not even all the time, because sometimes you only need that one that's going to be able to get you into the section or get you into the whatever. But if you want your whole night free, I think that people do know that a guy's going to go for a certain look and he's going to pay for a certain look. So it is like, the club might not be the place that we all just need to be going, because there's too much drama, it's too much stress, like it's too much of a look. Like, you really are getting dressed up to, like, yes, have fun with your friends, but then it's also like this underlying tone of like, you need to get this night free. Like, I think that's what this generation has made the club. It's like, how can I get my night paid for?
Yeah, but I feel like it's anywhere that you go at like a high level to find men, because I feel like even if you're trying to go to a game, like an NBA game or a football game, you need to be around other pretty women almost, so that dude can pick you out of a crowd and see you with the other, because he may not look at you surrounded by a group of not as pretty women, but if he saw you in a group of your friends that were other pretty women, he gonna be like,
they're gonna be attracted to the group.
Yeah, because her whole group is fine, so he gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna tell my homies to talk to them while I get you, and now you done got you an NBA player.
So it's like, honest, I feel lost because I feel like they switch up too much, and people are not, they don't mean what they say, and they can't be trusted, because not too long ago, wasn't it the trend to be the only pretty girl in the group, and you be surrounded by not
that's like the leader of the group,
so that you get approached. So since you feel like you're the prettiest, you have to keep not so pretty friends, so you don't want to get all the attention.
And now it's like all pretty.
That was the trend.
Now it's all pretty.
So now it's switched up. So I'm all.
So I'm just keeping my friends. That's why
I can attest to this. I'm always confused. Because people don't stick to their word. They don't stick to what they want, and like I said, they cannot be trusted.
You have to do what's happy for you. Like, what's the energy that you want? And like, if you really do want genuine people around you, then it shouldn't be about a look. It's more personality types, and like you said, like really having to see like what friend is best for what. But like, if you are here for a look, there are friends that will be that, but you can't be surprised when it's like they cross me or something. Then they're like, "Hey, we're friends." Like, girl, y'all know y'all was going to the club together to be cute. Like, you gotta calm down.
Yes.
So I think it's just knowing like what you in it for. Like, if these are my real friends, I'm with them all the time.
Yeah. And on that note, that is the conclusion of this bonus episode. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this episode. Again, thank you to Morgan for coming.
Thank you guys. I enjoyed it so much. It's been
we really appreciate it. Like, we definitely gonna have to do some more stuff again in the future.
It's been so fun,
this was very enjoyable. Like, this isn't even like just us. Like, it didn't feel like work or like it was difficult.
It felt like conversation.
It was like a very smooth, easy flowing conversation. So I really enjoyed this. Make sure that y'all follow her on all her platforms.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Yes, make sure that you also reach out and listen to her podcast, the Grow Together podcast. It's really amazing. Don't miss out on that. And also keep up with everything with Champagne Chanel everywhere that you can.
Yes, guys, please.
Because we love doing this, and we want to keep being able to do this, but we can only do this with support from y'all.
Gotta keep the lights on.
Yes. And we appreciate y'all for listening, and we will catch y'all next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Love you, and we'll hear from y'all soon. Bye.
See you soon.